Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania National Military Park is a unit of the National Park Service in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and elsewhere in Spotsylvania County, commemorating 4 major battles in the American Civil War. Park. The military park encompasses 4 major Civil War battlefields: Battle of Fredericksburg, Battle of Chancellorsville, Battle of the Wilderness, and Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse. It also preserves 4 historic buildings associated with them: Chatham Manor, Salem Church, Elwood Manor, and the house where Stonewall Jackson died. The ruins of the Chancellor family mansion are included. There are 2 visitor centers staffed by Park Service rangers, one in Fredericksburg near the foot of Mary's Heights, and another at the Chancellorsville site. Exhibit shelters are staffed on a seasonal basis at Wilderness and Spotsylvania Courthouse. Chatham Manor in Stafford County is open daily. All sites are free. The park was established as Fredericksburg and Spotsylvania County Battlefields Memorial National Military Park on February 14, 1927, and transferred from the War Department August 10, 1933. The lengthy name remains its official designation, 75 letters, the longest name of any unit in the National Park System. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on October 15, 1966. The park includes 8,374 acres, of which 7,369 acres are owned by the federal government. Over 500,000 people visit the battlefield each year. Cemetery. Fredericksburg National Cemetery was created by Act of Congress in July 1865 after a unification of the states, to honor the federal soldiers who died in local battles or from disease. The cemetery was placed on Mary's Heights, a Confederate stronghold during the Battle of Fredericksburg. There are a total of 15,243 Civil War interments. Of those, only 2,473 were identified. Graves of soldiers, known and unknown, are distinguished by the markers. Identified soldiers are buried in individual graves, marked by a rounded headstone inscribed with the soldier's name and state. Unknown soldiers were buried in mass graves. The headstones marking these plots contain 2 numbers. The first, upper, number identifies the plot, while the second, lower, number identifies the number of soldiers buried in the plot. Approximately 120th century soldiers are buried in the cemetery, some of them along with their spouses. The cemetery allowed new burials until 1945. A separate cemetery exists on Mary's Heights which predates the Civil War, the Willis Cemetery. This cemetery is distinguished from the Civil War burials by its brick wall. The Willis home, which burned down before the outbreak of war, was separated by a gap in the ridge from the Mary's family home, Brompton, located near the 127th Pennsylvania Volunteer Monument, and throughout the cemetery are plaques containing verses from Theodore O'Hara's 1847 poem The Bivouac of the Dead. O'Hara read the poem to commemorate American dead at the Battle of Buena Vista, fought during the Mexican-American War. The first 2 octaves, and the first half of the 11th octave, are displayed in the cemetery. The muffled drum's sad roll has beat. The soldier's last tattoo, no more on life's parade shall meet that brave and fallen few. On fame's eternal camping ground, the silent tents to spread, and glory guards, with solemn round the bivouac of the dead. No rumor of the foe's advance now swells upon the wind, nor troubled thought at midnight haunts of loved ones left behind. No vision of the morrow's strife the warrior's dreams alarms. No braying horn or screaming fife at dawn shall call to arms. Rest on embalmed and sainted dead. Dear as the blood ye gave, no impious footstep here shall tread the herbage of your grave. The following monuments and memorials are located in the Fredericksburg National Cemetery: 127th Pennsylvania Volunteer Monument, 5th Corps Monument, Humphreys Division Monument, Mosh Monument, Parker's Battery Memorial. Photo Gallery.